What's going on, guys? Mr. Acolyte here. It is once again patch time. Granblue Rising just released their patch notes for Season 2, and boy, is it massive. There's a lot to break down, but in this video here, we're just going to be doing my live reactions to the patch note itself. Over on my Twitch channel, we went through the patch notes one by one with each character, so I'm going to go ahead and show you that here. I still plan to do a full breakdown where I explain all the changes in great detail with a visual guide. That will be coming in a few days when the patch actually hits. But for now, go ahead and enjoy us just taking a look at all the changes one by one. Timestamps will be down at the bottom. Be sure to let me know what you think about these changes. Right off the bat, I just want to say I think this patch is amazing. I won't give any spoilers, but I'm very, very excited for this. So yeah, check it out and let me know what you guys think. Okay, here we go. Yeah, everybody relax. Calm down. Everybody calm down. Here we go. Version 1.5 Granblue patch notes. What's gonna happen? Here we go. We're doing it live. New DLC character. Vaseraga will be added to the game. Zooey is a premium character. Music track. Okay, that's all good and well. Vaseraga, original character. Okay. New gameplay video. Okay. Battles and online matches. A new stage, 0.0, will be added. Nice. Grandmaster versus rank. Nice. That's going to go to the top 10 people in master rank. So whoever's top 10 will become a Grandmaster, and they're going to reset it every 2 months. So that's going to be crazy. Oh, yeah. When you're on the boat, you'll be able to see people's connection now. That's godlike. Love to see it. A new minigame, Robomi Epic Clash, has been added to the online lobby. Okay, Robomi. Whoa, this looks crazy. Arcade mode, upon fulfilling certain conditions, Vaseraga will appear as a boss character. That's godlike. Classic. Bro, that's like a Kuma. Certain conditions, you fight a Kuma instead of Bison at the end. Story mode, new episode will begin. A partner will join you in battle in episode 79. Okay. Granblue's, a new game, slime mode, has been added. It can appear as the second stage. Yeah, those second stages were kind of sleep. Players can now hold down the attack button to attack repeatedly. Game selection odds for the third stage have been adjusted. Cool. Appearance rate for items have been adjusted. Appearance rate. Okay, so they did a bunch for Brews. Okay. Balance adjustments to Rising Royale. Damn. Store. New weapon cutouts have been added. Other. Partner voice animation timing adjusted. When selecting a new partner, a voice line will now play when returning to the main menu. Oh, that's cool. New template added for minigame. Oh, okay. So like if you switch partners, they'll like comment on it. That's tight. Oh, okay, here we go, chat. Okay, everybody calm down. Everybody calm down. This is it. Okay, battle adjustments. Okay, this is it. Okay. The philosophy for these adjustments is to refine overall game balance. Along with adjustments being made to universal actions, we've made individual changes to the entire roster. Our primary focus was to highlight their individual strengths while carefully evaluating the balance of risk and reward. This also meant weakening some powerful characters and exploitable tools that minimize the opponent's agency, reaping rewards disproportionate to the risk taken. Okay, I like that idea. So if you do something that's really, really good, it should have some sort of risk to it. Since these adjustments involve significant changes to the game's overall balance, we will continue to fine-tune things while incorporating player feedback. Oh my goodness. Damn, no way. L means light attack? That's crazy. Mind blown. Okay, system-wide. Oh man, okay, here we go, chat. This is it. We're doing it. For universal actions, focus was put on making it harder to convert advancing attacks into mid-range combat, such as various ultimate skills and dash L, into significant damage. Difference in each character's respective concepts and traits, such as hit confirming and extending combos from ultimate skills, directly affected their rewards when landing one. We've aimed to correct these disparities. Okay, so that's a little wordy, but I feel like they don't want you going from neutral to dead. I think that's what they mean by that. Because I'm thinking like a Zeta, you know, not to throw anyone beautiful under the bus, but Zeta, you know, is a character that like, you know, I hit you at neutral with an ultimate skill, goodbye. You know, like, you know, GG's, you played a good game, but I hit you one time at neutral, so long. On the other hand, all characters now connect -L into close standing medium. Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. So everybody gets close medium off of -L now. That's insane. That's insane. Scaling has been increased to lower the overall reward for landing a -L, narrowing the gap in combo potential between characters. Additionally, ultimate skills have been made easier to punish by reducing the amount of pushback and increasing the recovery. Whoa, okay. Wow, so that's two universal things right there. So number one, if you hit a dash attack, scaling is up, so you're gonna do less damage after dash attack connects. That's big. Number two, ultimate attacks are, that's very vague, but ultimate attacks are easier to punish. So wow, I guess we'll see that in each character's thing. Raging chains have been adjusted. The basketball combos getting adjusted. Targeting the powerful utility of canceling a standing or crouching L into a raging strike, raging chain, and reducing the amount of damage dealt in early in the combo. Overall, these changes aim to reduce the damage from simple yet powerful action and combos while addressing the imbalance and reward between each character. Wow, okay. So here they're gonna break it down more for us. So -L, the latter part of a -L can be canceled. Huh? Wait, what? The latter part of a -L can be canceled into a close standing medium, allowing all characters to chain. What? My brother in Christ, are you, wait, what? Oh my God. Brother, sister, mother, great grandma. When you use to start a combo, it now counts as the second hit, applying a third hit at 70% scaling. When used to start a combo, it now counts as the second hit, applying third hit, 70% damage scaling to any following attack. Every subsequent hit will scale an additional 10% to a maximum of 20% damage scaling. Skills that have multiple hits will be counted as a single hit in this instance. Man, okay, I'm a little nervous off of that one. That's definitely spooky. That's paranormal. Holy cow. Okay, performing a jump attack during the ascent of a jump or a high jump now counts as the third hit, applying fourth hit 60% damage scaling to any following attack. Okay. During the ascent of a jump or a high jump now counts as a third hit. Oh, translation, fuzzies. If you fuzzy someone, so during the ascent, if you hit somebody, 60% damage scaling. If you do a regular jump in, regular, but if you attack on the way up and you fuzzy somebody, 60%. I don't see what they're doing with this. The nepotism. It's nepotism already. Versusia is giant, so they don't want her to get fuzzied to death. Oh my God, it's Android 21 all over again. Oh my God. They're just looking out for their baby girl, the character that they're looking out for. That's insane. Damn, yeah, Ferry's already nerfed. Damn, I forgot that's Ferry's main way of opening you up. Damn, they hate Ferry, bro. They hate her. They hate Ferry, dude. Okay, let's continue on. Raging Strike. Any raging chain performed after the second hit of a combo now has 50% damage scaling. Sheesh. Ultimate skill. When used to start a combo, it now counts as a second hit, applying third hit damage scaling. Okay, so now you don't have to be as scared of raw ultimates. So a raw ultimate skill now has scaling. When starting a combo, with the ultimate skill, The SBA gauge now fills more slowly during that combo. Oh. Goodbye, Zeta. So long, buddy. I never hated you, but it's time for you to go. Skybound art. When used to start a combo, it now counts as a third hit, applying 60%. Woo! Block button. On wake up, recovery, and mid-air, pressing the block button while inputting an attack will now prioritize the attack without blocking. Option select. So that's going to be a built-in option select. All right, chat. Here we go. Oh, man. Here's the whole cast. All right, we're doing CAG last. I'm gonna save CAG for last. Like I'm so nervous, dude. I'm so nervous and scared. Let's start with Jonathan. Jonathan Granblue. Okay. Look at Ferry first. Kind of spitting. Jonathan Granblue. Let's see. Gran was designed with an easy-to-understand set of skills, making him an ideal character to introduce players to Granblue Versus while learning the fundamentals of fighting games. I would say they did a good job with that. However, due to the overly simplistic nature of skills, it was challenging to add layers to his offensive options, which required high-level techniques to fully utilize. We focused on improving the utility of his skills that had limited usage, especially power-wise, which has been reworked to be more rewarding at all levels. Medium Overdrive Surge has been reworked for increased use beyond simply as a follow-up with the L version. It deals more damage and sends the opponent and send foes flying much further, allowing Gran to push foes into the corner more reliably without relying on the H version. Speaking of which, well, it's really funny for them to say speaking of which in this context. The H version, it's like we're having a conversation. Speaking of which, the H version can now be used as a follow-up to the L Overdrive Surge. Really? He can now poke with his far-standing M, canceling into L Overdrive Surge for the follow-up H version. Man, I'm gonna have to see all this. I'm gonna have to like see this on the screen because this sounds crazy. This almost sounds like they gave him Rekkas. That in my head, that's what I'm picturing, is that he can kind of like Rekka you now, which would be insane. Power Rise's charge mechanic was difficult to utilize with the higher pace of battle, so significant changes have been made to make it more viable. It still retains the charge mechanic, but the duration required to fully charge that has been shortened, and a visual gauge has been added. Damn, you're gonna have to hold that, DBFZ players. You're gonna have to hold that. Jonathan Granular Blue got Jonathan Grandiose Blue got a gauge before Adult Gohan. You're gonna have to hold that one. Has been added to the UI to more easily keep track of his charge level. The properties of each charge level has also been enhanced and reworked. Wow, man. They're really standing up for John Granblue, dude. They completely overhauled this man. Wow. Okay, so basically, if you're a free-to-play player, you just got a brand new game, basically. To summarize, if you are playing this game for free, then here you go, have everything. Djeeta, while she has skills similar to Gran, Djeeta stands out by offering a more technical fighting style with high mobility and a variety of follow-up options in her arsenal. H Vorpal Blade H Vorpal Blade was easy to chain into from various normal attacks, making it one of the most effective skills in the game with its corner carry and follow-up potential. We've adjusted it to no longer cause wall bounce on the final hit. Follow-ups will still be possible near the corner. I'm not a Djeeta expert. I don't know if that's a big nerf or not. I know you don't want to get hit by that, but I don't know if that's a big nerf or not. A Djeeta expert would have to let me know. It was difficult to find opportunities to use the M version due to the risk of being dodged. So we've increased the reward from landing a counter hit to follow-ups at mid-screen. Wow. So mid-screen she gets more. Reaganlave has been enhanced to better knock down foes with reduced recovery time and improve utility on counter, making it more viable in close-range combat. For Ultimate Vorpal Blade, we've kept its powerful follow-up potential in the corner, but have reduced its pushback on block to balance the risk and reward. Like Gran, Djeeta's Overdrive Surge has also been reworked for similar reasons. We've reduced the total number of charge levels, and it's now twice when fully charged. On block, Djeeta will maintain frame advantage on hit. Follow-ups can be possible, making it a powerful tool in the mid-range. Wow, okay. Wow, and then for super projectile invincibility. Wow, dang. Okay, Djeeta is buffed. Holy cow. Okay, Katalina. Katalina commands a straightforward and orthodox set of skills similar to Gran's, taking advantage of her long-reaching normals to excel in mid-range combat. Due to her easy-to-understand tools, the improvements made to them should be quite obvious. First, the speed of her M Frozen Blade has been increased, enabling her to more effectively apply pressure in conjunction with the L version. We've also increased the duration of the armored frames for Ultimate Enchanted Lands, making it easier to deal with incoming projectiles and other zoning tools. These adjustments should vastly improve her capabilities in mid and long-range combat. Yeah, so they buffed the hell out of her neutral, is what you're telling me. So the neutral queen, the honest neutral woman just got way better neutral. Okay. Another major change is the light wall now gains 1 charge level upon defending an attack. Like the U version, this allows Katalina to reap even bigger rewards when making reads on her foe. The non-charge version also has been enhanced to make it more effective tool for combos. Wow. Dang, those are some nice buffs for Katalina, man. Looks like she's gonna be playing even better neutral now. Charlotta. Charlotta is a powerful offensive character with the H version of her skills overshadowing the other versions. We've improved the utility of the L and H versions to be used in more situations. Uh-oh, here comes the potato. Don't play this game, but damn, it's a list of changes. Yeah, this is a complete overhaul. Okay, crouching H now causes a ground bounce when used as an anti-air, making it easier to follow up with additional attacks. Wow! Ground bounce, crouching heavy? No way! 2H ground bounce with follow-up attacks such as H Noble Strategy with Sunset Strike now possible, or H Noble Strategy into Surest Strike. Wow! Shining Onslaught and Sword Lumiel previously often failed to continuously hit or could be blocked midway through, so their travel distances and knockback have been adjusted to remedy this. Overall, her tools have been adjusted to give her more offensive options mid-screen while pushing her foes to the corner. Wow. Man, it really seems like they really sat down and thought about what each character needs. This is crazy. Ultimate Shining Onslaught could previously only be followed up when used in the corner, and so there was a risk of performing it just out of the range of follow-up. Its knockback has been reduced, keeping Charlotta close. The behavior of L and M versions of Noble Strategy have been modified so that the M version now jumps to the same height as the L version, making it more viable to use as mid-range. Additionally, the follow-up skill with Sure Strike has been tweaked to improve frame advantage, making it more effective in close combat. Wow, man. Yeah, these changes are crazy. So basically, like, her neutral's better, her special moves are better, and her anti-airs are better, and her combo game's better. Wow, man, that's one scary little potato. Oh, no, here we go. Oh, man. All right. All right. Okay, here we go. Lancelot leverages the mobility of his attacks and skills to overwhelm foes with unrelenting pressure. His speed is directly linked to his strength in this game, allowing Lancelot to continuously attack foes extended periods of time. To maintain this aspect of his design, most of his combo routes, we focused on reducing the power of some of his moves and lowering his HP to counterbalance his mobility. Okay, talk to me. I respect that. Low health character. Milia, yes sir. Treat him just like Milia. Lower that health. Yes sir. Delta Leap Has powerful applications both defensively and offensively in the corner. To reduce his defensive utility, the duration of the wall cling has been increased. Whoa. So they don't want fellas hopping out the corner. I respect that. Stop that. Fellas getting out of the corner with Lance for free. Get out of the corner, go crazy. Ultimate Blade Impulse had frame advantage even when blocked, allowing Lancelot to continue with follow-ups, which led to an imbalance in risk and reward. As such, its knockback and frame advantage when block has been adjusted to make it punishable. Cooking! Bro, they're cooking! Let's go! Let's go! Cooking! Standing L and near standing H, along with Southern Cross, could be incorporated multiple times within the same. Brother, they're cooking! This allowed him to continuously deal significant damage while simultaneously filling the SBA gauge. Combined with his high mobility, it resulted in excessive advantage in his favor. To address this, the recovery of his standing L has been slightly increased to reduce the length of his combos. Let's go! So you're not gonna get comboed for 17 years anymore. Man, just like ba 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 ba. It's like, brother, why? In return for reduced combo damage, his other skills have been adjusted for improved utility to enhance his offensive options in neutral. Travel speed and distance have been increased for his medium Southern Cross, making it easier to chain into from a standing H, and maintain frame advantage at close range, increasing his options for close range pressure. That sounds fair. His ease of use rating has been changed from 3 stars to 4 stars due to the disparity when compared to other characters such as Vane. Wow, Vane got sniped. Vane just got called out. Okay, Percival as a character is defined by his ability to enhance his skills using that. So we've made adjustments to make these enhancements more noticeable. The startup of that has been reduced to distinguish it from the L version, increasing its utility from a distance and making it chainable after a triple attack. The varying hit stun of the U version previously made it less advantageous on close range, so it's been changed to hit twice for consistency and stronger set play. Oh, okay. Mocked was seldom used due to its low startup, so its initiation and properties have been refined to enhance utility and combo potential. It can now be changed into additional attacks upon landing a hit. That is now significantly more advantageous on clean hit. In return, the guard crutch has been removed from its U version. The U version of that has also been adjusted. It can be followed up with attacks when 5 or more orbs have been stocked. The follow-up window now increases with more orbs. Dang, so it's like, so now having more flame charges just means he's a way stronger character, as it should. I respect that. More charge, so there's a point in stacking up the stacks. I respect that. Far standing H, sword herb box now shrinks faster, making it more difficult to punish. Wow, they buffed that God button? Bro, the God button got buffed? Jesus Christ. Dash H, travel speed and distance increased. Man. Startup time reduced, projectile now hits twice. Man, plants, first hit is unrecoverable. Lord Strike now causes a juggle. Man, yeah. I'm no Percy expert, but it sounds like this man got big buffed. Percy experts, let me know. I'm no expert on him, but them sound like some big buffs. Ladiva, what did she get? Let's see. Ladiva was originally conceptualized as a grappler, but adjustments made her ultimate skills as combo tools began to detract from original design. This time, her adjustments have focused on highlighting her strengths as a grappler, lending to some significant changes. Oh, okay, so she's actually gonna be more of a grappler rather than like a combo focused character, because right now, the way Ladiva works right now is that she just combos you to death. She's not grabbing you to death, she's comboing you. First and foremost, we've made landing Jewel Resort Screwdriver the focus of Ladiva's game plan. Its damage, advantage upon landing, and movement have all been adjusted in her favor. In addition to dealing significant damage, it now carries foes further, making it easier to press the advantage upon successful grab. In return, its whiff recovery has been increased. Although the duration of Ladiva's crossover is longer compared to other characters, it now can be uniquely canceled into Jewel Resort Screwdriver. I saw that on Twitter. So she can cancel her roll into an SPD, which is literally insane. Roll into SPD is about to go nuts. Her strike attacks have also been adjusted to facilitate setups for Jewel Resort Screwdriver. The startup and recovery for both L and M versions of Elegant Lariat have been reduced. In addition, making it easier to integrate into combos. Reduced whiff recovery allows her to close the distance and create situations to land various grabs. Additionally, it's no longer difficult. It no longer has different properties when performed while dashing. Wow. H Headbutt of Love's behavior has also been simplified to cause ground bounce, changing its utility. While her combo routes have changed considerably, the adjustments aim to make Ladiva a character focused on landing command throws rather than extended combos. Her Skybound art now deals an additional 10% damage when performing a 720p on top of the standard technical input damage bonus. Wow. So you do if you do the real thing, you get way more damage for her super. Wow. Although Granblue verse was designed with the skill button in mind, the high difficulty performing a 720p motion is deserving of an exception to reinforce her identity as a grappler. Damn, I respect that. So if you do a 720, you might kill, versus if you just do the simple input. I respect that. Dang, dude. So yeah, Ladiva, big buffs. Wow, yeah, Ladiva's hella buffed. Metera is a character who employs a variety of projectiles and zoning techniques to maintain advantage from a distance. However, we found that her projectiles were lacking in firepower, making it difficult for players to perform combos based on situational awareness. To address this, we made adjustments to improve her consistency and performance. Ultimate Starry Sky now causes a wall bounce when used near the corner, making its follow-ups easier. Metera also now lands sooner when using L Starry Sky mid-air, increasing its frame advantage. Wow. This makes it more difficult to punish when used immediately after jumping, improving its utility. Wow. So that as a TK is going to be crazier. The L and M versions of Great Fall had longer recovery times when whiffed, making it too risky to use effectively. These times have been reduced, making it more viable and neutral. The H version would also sometimes miss shorter characters, so we expanded it downward to ensure it fully connects. In return, the skill now deals slightly less damage. Finally, her ultimate Ethereal Seal now deals multiple hits, increasing its advantage on block and on hit. It also remains active even after Metera takes damage, making it more of a threat after appearing. Wow, that's crazy. So it's like a summon now. Holy cow. Man, so yeah, so far everybody's just getting hella buffed. Except for Lance, he kind of got nerfed, but we take those. Lil Wayne, let's see what did they do to this fella? Lowain's skill set is characterized by unique skybound art and unique skybound art and skybound arts? What? But his ability to forcibly interrupt the flow of a match, particularly to run down the clock, has been adjusted. Okay, thank God, dude, because I really did not like the direction they went with him. Like, we've said that many times. I hate how he went from like a mix-up character to a stalling character. Like, the whole point of him is just to run the clock down, like to just heal back health and like win off of healing. And it's like, that was so whack. For his human pyramid attack, Skybound art, if Lowain's HP is higher than the foe's, the clock will stop counting down. Wow. Bro, I've never heard of anything like that. Wow, that's insane. If Lowain's HP is higher than the foe's, the clock will stop counting down. That is insane. Wow, that's crazy. Additionally, the invincibility before the screen freeze when using try this on for size has been removed, and the delay to the screen freeze has been slightly increased. These adjustments have reduced the comeback potential of Skybound arcs, but on the other hand, the overall properties, attacks, and skills during Human Pyramid have been improved. Wow, am I reading that right? Yugu activation is not invincible? So if you activate Yugu, that it's not invincible now. Sheesh. Wow. Wow. That's crazy. That is so crazy. It used to be like, oh, wow, I got 10%. There's nothing I can do. If he pops Yugu, I'm screwed, you know? Like, wow. That's crazy. That is actually crazy. His crouching medium attack has been changed to a low hitting attack with a fast. What? Oh, hell no. His crouching M is a low. Sheesh. Wow. The speed and distance of dash H has also been adjusted to make cross-up attacks easier. Whoa, they're turning this man into a mix machine. When performing the L and M versions of Sammy and Tommy, even if one of them is still on the screen, the other strength level can be performed to call the other one, allowing Lowain to keep up the pressure. Oh, I gotta see that. Whoa, wait a minute. When performing the L or M versions of Sammy and Tommy, even if one of them is still on the screen, the other strength level can be performed. What? So you can do both? What? So you can basically do the EX by yourself? Oh, hell nah. Bro, we were just talking about that. He's turning into Ginyu. That's like some Ginyu stuff right there. That's crazy. This allows Lowain to keep up the pressure. The startup for Magnificent Tool of Destruction has been reduced, creating more opportunities to use it in battle. The critical hit effect of Ultimate Awesome Sauce is no longer random and consistently causes a wall bounce, enabling Lowain to be less random. The ground bounce height itself has also been significantly increased. Wow, man. This is one that I really want to see this in action. Damn, I can't wait for the patch to actually hit, because I wanna see this and test this out. You can have both of them on the screen at the same time without doing EX? Wild. Man, that's crazy. Yeah, Lowain definitely got buffed, bro. He definitely got buffed, holy cow. Okay, Ferry, this is a big one. This is a big one. This is a big one. Let's see. Ferry excels in long-range combat, using the reach of her whip to keep foes at bay. However, we found that skill gaps between players could lead to one-sided dominance. Well, what do you mean? Like, what do you mean one-sided dominance? You mean the Ferry player getting one-sided dominated? What do you To address this, her far-standing M and H attacks can now be blocked mid-air, making it easier for opponents to approach by jumping. No, hell no, they didn't get it, bro. They didn't get the memo. Bro, they didn't read the notes. At the same time, Ferry often lacked options to stop an advancing foe, so we've strengthened some of her skills to counter them. Oh my god! Bro, they made more of her moves air jump blockable. That's insane! Brother! Okay, let's see what they're cooking though. Let's see what they're cooking. L gets spent. That's the whip. Although its range has been slightly reduced, now swaps Ferry's position with a foe upon a successful grab when followed by heal. Huh? This change allows her to swap the tables by swapping places. addressing her previous difficulty in cornering opponents or escaping from the corner herself. Whoa. Whoa. So if you light whip somebody, you could be like spot switch. We're doing Street Fighter 6 Ken? You said system nerfs and nerfs. I'm dying. Yeah, this is pretty hilarious. I'm not gonna lie to you, dude. I'm not gonna lie to you. The change now. The startup for M Whip has been reduced. It can now be charged. Okay, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. M Whip comes out faster. That's good. And can now be charged. Adjustment makes it possible to chain it from attacks like crouching heavy. The rewards for landing a crouching heavy and an ultimate Gespent have been improved on hit and block respectively. Okay, that's tight. That's a pretty big buff. Buffing M Whip, that's pretty big. That's pretty big. Ferry's Dash H has been enhanced with increased ground bounce on hit, allowing for follow-ups like her far-standing L. In exchange, it is now more clearly punishable when blocked. Oh! Dash H, that's the side swap, right? That's not the overhead. Dash M is the overhead. Dash H, that's the side swap. But it gets a bigger ground bounce, so that's pretty tight. Vergiften now deals more hits, and even if blocked, Ferry can use its block stun to land an overhead attack with her jumping L. Whoa! However, due to system-wide changes while they brought it up, affecting jump attacks, the overall reward from this combo has been reduced. What is Vergiften? Whoa! Vergiften is her super! What the hell? That's the orb super! Whoa! Whoa, Yoga Catastrophe got buffed. Wow, okay. Shout out to Yoga Catastrophe. Medium GG, Travel Arc has been expanded against ranged foes. Oh! You can chuck GG even further? I respect that. Oh man, there she is. There she is. All my fellas love Zeta. Yeah, they do not want Ferry anti-airing. We'll have to see, though. We'll have to see when the patch actually drops. That sounds like a mixed bag on Ferry, but hopefully it comes out on top. Hopefully it comes out positive. Okay, Zeta. Zeta. Okay, Zeta is a character with high mobility and explosive power thanks to her dynamic attacks, allowing her to change course partway through. When making these adjustments, we focused on reevaluating the risk and reward of the ultimate version of Spear of Artemis and strengthening the L and M versions that were overshadowed by the utility of the H version and the U versions. The overall damage of the U version has been reduced and it's now easier to punish when blocked. However, its properties on hit remain unchanged, allowing for the usual follow-ups. Okay, so you can still go crazy with Ultimate Spear, but it's riskier. The reach of her jumping H has been expanded as she had no far-reaching normals. Consequently, its hurt box has also been expanded. On the other hand, her jumping U has been adjusted to be less oppressive in Okizeme setups. Oh, wow, that's not good. Wow. So the pogo stick got nerfed. They don't want you pogoing on people's heads. It was extremely difficult to defend against in conjunction with their over skills. The timing for follow-ups has been sped up to make them chainable, now causing a juggle state on subsequent hits. Although its Okizeme utility is no longer as strong, the reduced knockback distance on the third hit now makes it easier for follow-ups even from mid-screen. Additionally, increased frame advantage after throws will allow for Okizeme setups using attacks other than jumping U, other than the pogo stick. Signo Dive, which previously had limited use, was improved for better utility and potential by making it easier to connect. Okay. The reward for landing medium infinite wonders has increased and now deals more damage on time spent charging. Wow, really? Although its startup remains slow, it can be used to lead into follow-up attacks in the corner. Oh, okay. So the medium fireball got better. The L and M versions of the spear are enhanced to make it more viable when compared to the H version. Recovery on block has been reduced, making them more difficult to punish. Wow, so he's gonna be spearing into you from mid-screen. Wow. In return, the follow-ups now carry more risk, making hit confirming crucial when using them. Oh, so if you do double spear, you're in trouble now. Knockback for Spear of Arvis Rise has been adjusted, now allowing for follow-ups on counter hit. The L and H versions can now be chained into from triple attack. Really? Wow, okay. Wow, that's crazy. So you can do auto combo into that? Wow, interesting. So man, this seems like a pretty mixed bag. The main thing I'm taking away from this is her damage got nerfed and her Oki got taken away. So I don't know if she'll still be, I don't know how good she's gonna be from all this, but she's definitely gonna be a completely different character. The way she's played right now is basically gone. Man, so yeah, she's about to be way different, dude. Just a way different character altogether. Wow. Vaseraga. As the heaviest character in the game, Vaseraga was designed with impressive reach and power to compensate for his slow movement. Adjustments have been made to allow him to apply different types of pressure at close range and mid-range, with the most significant changes to the damage and properties of his H. Previously, having charged input options gave players agency to decide whether or not to consume Soul Force. To improve the consistency of his options, skills are now rewarded in proportion to time spent charging. That's cool. In addition to dealing more damage, the M versions of Battalions of Fear now travels faster and further, allowing Vaseraga to be a threat at any range. The L version's knockback has been reduced and allows for mid-air foes to recover, making it possible to continue apply pressure. Making it possible. I think I read that wrong. The L version's knockback has been reduced and allows for mid-air foes to recover. Oh, making it possible to continue to apply pressure afterwards. Wow, that's crazy. Great Scythe, which had a slow startup and less damage compared to normal throw, has also been adjusted to now work against foes in hit stun. The Sweeping Slash follow-up after Savage Rampage now advances forward, extending its reach. These adjustments were made to make it easier to approach foes from mid-range. Damn, so basically just straight buffs for him. Damn, so basically the way you were playing Vaseraga before, you can play him like that now, but he's just better. Now causes a juggle, M Battalions of Fear, damage increased. Man, so yeah, they buffed this man. They buffed him, holy cow. Oh, that's gonna be fun to fight against. Speaking of things that are fun, Narmaya, let's see. Narmaya's adjustments are primarily focused on improving the versatility and pressure of her Setsuna and Crescent Moon skills. LMH Setsuna now have the same properties and effectiveness at any range. This makes your foes' advances much more difficult. The skills have been made air blockable. Oh, so Ferry's not the only one. L Setsuna now causes more block stun and pushback on block to help keep your foes at bay. M Setsuna now causes grounded foes to fall backwards on hit and crumples on counter hit, giving you opportunity to strike back. H Setsuna now causes a wall bounce in the corner and even when hit from afar, allowing for combo potential at a distance. However, recovery on block has been increased. The properties of U Transient have changed to make it easier as an advancing attack. Compared to other characters, Narmaya is a very difficult and technical character to use. Simplifying the skill will in part improve her ease of use. To improve the versatility of Crescent Moon, different properties have been given to the L, M, and H versions. The mid-air M Crescent Moon on block leaves you open to getting punished, but has combo potential on hit. Other versions of Crescent Moon have been adjusted and can be used in strings or as a counter. The lower hitbox of Ultimate Crescent Moon has been reduced in order to hit foes using crossover or to avoid possible cross-ups. That's interesting. Pushback on blocked Ultimate Kyoka Suigetsu. She has a move called Kyoka Suigetsu? I never knew. Kyoka Suigetsu. Wow. That's interesting. I never knew that. Has been reduced, allowing to be more easily punished. Butterfly Effect can now be activated during H counter hits and Brave counters. Dang. Okay, it sounds like Narmaya got a lot of stuff. Holy cow. Butterfly Effect now able to change stance during the animation. That's crazy. That's a lot of buffs for her, man. Man, characters are about to be scary in this patch, and everybody's getting hella buffed. Buffs for everybody. Except for Lance. And possibly Ferry. Okay, Soriz. Soriz makes full use of a variety of dynamic techniques to attack furiously and control the pace of the round. Although he possesses massive damage potential, we've made adjustments to further strengthen him. First off, we've increased the benefits of successfully pulling off Muscle Fury, his unique option. Oh man, I hate that. That's like the extended parry. That's where he's flexing and you're like punching into him and he's parrying it. Sheesh. After taking a hit with Muscle Fury and landing the follow-up Reactive Muscles, he'll gain an additional badge, meaning it's possible to gain 2 badges at a time. Wow. Also, we've improved the defensive bonuses these badges confer. Wow, that's a $5 word, confer. How often do you see that word used? Finally, we've made it possible for players to activate the follow-up using the throw button, which should provide a more comfortable experience for pad players. Shoutouts to pad players. Next, here are a few more detailed adjustments. L and H Roundhouse Fang now come out quicker, making it easier to use with punishes. Especially true of the H version, which now has a 5-frame startup, meaning it has extra utility for combos and has a counter. Oh my goodness. On the other hand, the medium version hitbox has been expanded, which make it easier to land from a range. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, here we go. Ultimate Rock Smash. This was the best move in the entire game. Ultimate Rock Smash was difficult to counter, especially when successfully predicted, making it too safe as a tool for wake-up pressure. To compensate, we reduced the active frames and increased its whiff recovery. Thank God. Oh wait, no, that's just his DP. Oh, okay, I thought that was the Rush Punch. Macho Ultimatum is an install that enhances Sori's skills and defense, but its slow startup could land him in hot water if not timed properly, so we sped up its activation. Also, Super Skybound art, Way of the Bundoshi Fist, was difficult to include in combos, so we've made it his regular Skybound art, Leaping Tiger, Crouching Dragon, remove 2 bravery points on hit while Macho Ultimatum is active. That sounds insane. This should provide more opportunities for major damage. Wow. So they hella buffed his install. Oh my God. Crazy. Well, they did it. They buffed Soriz. Good luck, everybody. Good luck out there. Okay, Zooey. We'll be adjusting Zoe's underperforming skills, as well as giving her more options for various scenarios and opportunities for combo conversions. Firstly, we've increased the travel distance of both the M spinning slash and aerial spinning slash when following up from the standard H and M spinning slash. Now every hit should land, increasing the far standing H's value as a poke. In addition, M aerial slash will now travel the length of the screen, providing surprise options from anywhere. What? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So she's just gonna like a real gorilla. Damn, so they gave Zooey a jump scare, if I'm reading that correctly. Zooey now has a jump scare? Okay. I guess. I mean, if you want to give Zooey a jump scare, I mean, I can't stop you. The lightning portion of H Thunder now causes ground bounce, giving Zooey combo options in the corner. Also, L and M launch the foe on initial hit. But using a combo, a charged version can now allow for good Okizeme pressure, giving Zooey players options when they can't use the Summon Dragon. Okay, that sounds fair. I respect that, making Zooey on her own stronger so she's not completely reliant on the baby dragon. Although Ultimate Thunder follow-up lightning strikes were practically unblockable if the initial hit landed, it had few practical applications. In this balance update, we've adjusted it to fire off 5 lightning strikes. Wow! On hit, it sends the foe reeling backwards, allowing for follow-up with M aerial slash. Whoa! We've also made it start up faster, making it possible to chain attacks with H and U Thunder. Wow! So so they buffed the hell out of the Thunder. That's insane. Ultimate Spinning Slash can now only be used as a conversion in the corner, so we've made it so Zooey won't push herself out of an advantageous position and remains -4 on block. Dang. It sounds like she's gonna be like a completely different character. Wow. She just sounds like overhauled. Like, it doesn't sound like she's buffed. Just sounds, I mean, it does sound like she's buffed, but it's like not just buff, it's like she's different. Jumping you now causes wall bounce on counter hit. Oh my God. A cinematic animation has been added? Soul bad guy. Soul bad guy. Okay, Yuel. Man, what are they doing to this scary character? What are they doing, bro? Like, she's already go gadget gorilla. Let's see this beautiful gorilla. What does she get? Yuel is a fast character who uses many movement options to get close to her opponent, where she uses third dance to shake up their defense. This time we're focusing on adjusting her neutral game. Big changes are coming to third dance. From this stance, the automatic Eye of Sparrow was a little too oppressive, since it was both hard to read and effectively counter. Was both hard to read and effective at countering opposing pokes. That was a weird sentence. It was. So we've changed this move to have a manual input. The goal of this change was to make it easier for both players to read and react to the move. Wow. Okay, so her counter is no longer auto. So you can't just go into the counter stance and sit there. You have to input it. Wow. If the opponent attacks, use the Eye of Sparrow to keep, if they keep blocking, use a different attack. A last detail about Eye of the Sparrow: it won't cause any skill icons to go on cooldown, but it will lose to opposing moves with long invincibility frames. Oh, okay. Interesting. Wow. So it's just like so it's like a DP now. So it's like, if you think they're gonna swing at you, you input the DP, basically. It's now, it's not an automated counter, it's an attack. That's a big change. Although the other moves were performed from third dance are easy to execute, it's difficult to tell if they leave Yuel at an advantage or a disadvantage, so we're making major changes to them. Now all of third dance's derivative moves will deal chip damage, giving her an option to pressure opponents who won't stop blocking. Additionally, M third dance attack will now hit overhead instead of high, and its block set has been increased, allowing for a meaningful choice between a standing and a crouching. Wow! She's got an overhead from her stance. Sheesh! Yeah, they had to remove the parry off that. She's got a overhead? No way. So when she's in that stance, so she's doing chip, she has a fast low, and she has a fast overhead, and then she has a command parry. So wow, holy cow. Oh my God. Dang, this is a scary ass character. Oh my goodness. We've also made it possible to manually enter third dance during any ultimate skill, including Ultimate Fox Flame. Before this change, Ultimate Fox Flame would cause you to automatically enter third dance. Wow. So you can just run up and do the flame and then either go into Fox Dance or not? Jeez. Wow. Yeah, she is literally a mixed demon now. I was wondering how that wasn't an overhead. It looks like an overhead, it just wasn't. Ultimate Starlit Sky now has increased lateral knockback and has an increased window for follow-up attacks in the corner, making it much more potent to as a combo tool, because it's possible to combo off of the move in the corner. We've made it so Yuel won't push herself off of the opponent upon hitting them. Block set has been adjusted to -4. For the ultimate Hanrashi, it was difficult to convert off of a hit, so we've reduced the knockback and made it possible to do follow-ups mid-screen. Wow, so the Fox is pretty scary now. Oh my God. So they just turned her into a mix machine. Okay, Uno. Uno specializes in defense, keeping his opponents at bay with attacks that have excellent reach. At the same time, if they get too close, he can turn his opponent's offense against them with Arm of Bastion and Fleeting Spark. Our judges focus on improving his strengths. One major change is you can now cancel any normal into Uno's unique action, Arm of Bastion. Wow. Also, we've made his active frames earlier after parrying an attack, emphasizing his theme of defense being his best offense. The forward plus ultimate version will now lunge forward upon a successful parry, making it easier to approach the opponent from mid-range and go for bigger damage. To compensate, we've increased the whiff recovery, meaning it should be used judiciously. Man, that's crazy. That's crazy. So he's got a brand new entire cancel system now. Both one right spear, lunge, and dive variants have had their startup frames reduced after a successful parry from arm the bastion so that they can be used in succession. Their startups are now faster in other use cases as well. Astral Piercer, one of the follow-up skills to Spiral Spear, was comparatively hard to understand compared to other follow-up skills. They've made it cause a ground bounce, creating new combo opportunities. Wow. Likewise, for Grand Haste, another Spiral Spear follow-up skill, we've increased the travel distance, making it easier to get a jump on distant foes. For Fleeting Spark, we're making broad adjustments on its hit properties to provide more rewards. We've also increased the versatility of the M and H versions, encouraging usage of their lunge properties from mid-range. Although 7 Spears of Lightning allows Uno to hold the advantage on hit or block by using the L and A attacks, we've made adjustments that should shore up its weak damage and pressure. Using the crouching unique and one rift spear will now also shoot out a spear. Successfully landing the spear will now cause a launch, making it much easier to do a hit confirm into a combo. Wow, so yeah, the Uno experts will have to translate all that, but to me it sounds like he got mega buffed. Those sound like mega buffs. Like, he's got like new transitions and new follow-ups and stuff. More frame advantage. That sounds mega buffed. Holy cow. Uno, by the way. Eustace, Peace and Quiet. Uses a character who excels at launching attacks from a distance by cycling through his projectile options and their respective trajectories. But this posed a minimal threat and lacked rewards upon successfully landing. To highlight his unique projectiles, we've strengthened his projectiles across the board. Hit stun duration has been increased in his far standing H, crouching H, and stay tonight, making it possible to now follow up with grounded hits. Speaking of grounded hits, the L and M, the phrasing of these notes are so funny. Speaking of grounded hits, the L and M versions of Thunder now cause a juggle state on grounded hits, creating more space between Eustace and the foe, and allowing him to safely continue pressuring from afar. That sounds really good. Additionally, we've delayed the startup of M Thunder when charged, making it easier to time against foes who attempt to dodge the L Thunder. Medium Rat Race now gives Eustace frame advantage when blocked up close, so extend your pressure with attacks such as standing L. Wow, he's got a plus move that's not an EX. Wow. On hit, you can convert the hit into more damage by chaining into close standing L and M. Rat Race. Wow. The ultimate version of Rat Race had stroke utility for Okizeme, but was easy to counter as the bomb would disappear if Eustace blocked an incoming attack. The bomb now no longer disappears when blocking attack, making it easier for him to reap rewards from spending his SBA gauge. Wow. Damn. So he's got Bomb Oki now. Knock a fella down, drop a bomb. If they do anything but block, die. Damn. Holy cow. That's pretty spooky. Dang, so you try to wake up MASH, you're dead, Chief. Deserved. I respect that. Oh, brother, this guy stinks. All right, 6. Let me see this. 6 is unique due to his barrage of powerful, fast-paced attacks that he's able to dole out swiftly. His design concept is similar to Lancelot, so we're preserving his mobility and ability to maintain pressure while adjusting the length of his combos, SBA gauge recovery, and lowering his health. Let's go. Yes, sir. Lower that health. In keeping with his design concept, we strengthened his dash attacks and adjusted M Gate of Demons to make him even more effective at close range. With that in mind, we reduced his health to 1400. Wow, that's pretty low. Using Snake Bite has always been more useful compared to Wolf's Howl, leaving Wolf's Howl to mostly be used as a mid-screen finisher to Six Claw Execution. As a result, we've made some adjustments to Wolf's Howl. The low risk involved with using Ultimate Gate of Demons has always made it possible for Six to maintain pressure even when whiffed. So in order to better match its high payoff, we've increased its whiff recovery. Okay, that's good. That's good. More whiff recovery. Six Ruins Enlightenment has been made stronger overall, including increasing the time that it stays in effect. Seox's after image attacks are slower now, so we've made overhead and low triple attacks +5 on block, making it easier for Six to maintain pressure, even if he fails to break his opponent's defense. That sounds interesting. I'll have to see that in the game. Damage output has been increased, making combos more powerful while it's in effect. So including Void Claws, Terminus, in your strategy should now be possible. So sounds like a mixed bag. Sounds like he got some buffs and some nerfs. We'll have to see overall. Like, is it an overall buff? Or is it like, you know, a nerf? Like, we'll have to see. Okay, Vira. Let's see, what are they cooking with Vira? Vira's most unique trait has always been the fact that she could transform to make herself more powerful, but the merits of transforming weren't always clear. The only way to transform is to either hit your foe with Blade of Light or to spend some SBA gauge, both of which are rather risky moves. They strengthened her skills after transforming, so the payoff makes more sense. Air Dash and Grace View can only be used after transforming. Which can only be used after transforming, have had their frames adjusted to increase Vira's mobility. Landing from Grace View can now be executed sooner, and falling strikes that cause Vira to land behind her foe will now cause her to turn and face them. Wow, so her air dash is faster and she's gonna be able to cross you up more easily. Oh my goodness. Due to this change, new pressure options open up, such as land into jumping attacks or an advancing behind a foe into a falling strike. Grace View can now be canceled into from M Summon Lumen, allowing Vira to continue applying pressure in waves. Wow, dang, so this sounds like she's really scary transformed. Please kill me, Vira, calm down, relax. The distance that L and M Summon Lumen would appear made it difficult to use, so now it tracks foes a little bit more. Oh no. The ultimate summon now activates slower and tracking radius has been reduced, but in return, the payoff is now greater. As an example, a triple attack into Summon Lumen into Blade of Light can now be used against a foe crouching. Hit stun, can be used against a foe in crouching hit stun as a way to transform. Oh, okay, that's interesting. Because Ultimate Scarlet Oath is used to open up foes from afar, we've changed its frame advantage to -6 so that it can be punished on block. The transformation version behaves similarly, but it's able to be followed up on hit from the middle of the screen. Okay. Despite transformed M Red Barrel Sword being an invincible skill, it was difficult to punish, so we've increased its recovery, thank God. The transform version is supposed to be stronger than other versions, so it's still relatively safe, but is now easier to punish at mid-range when Vira tries to use it at its max range to keep foes out. Still safe on block DP though, don't like that. Luminaire Merge has invincibility and yet is able to be chained into a combo, so we've left the combo utility in place, we've increased the frames on block to make it a little riskier. Okay. Finally, even though Vira is a standard fighter, she doesn't have a projectile attack, so we've increased her walk and dash speed to set her apart from other characters. Wow. Faster walk speed and dash speed on Vira? Sheesh. Okay, that's scary. Wow. Wow. Damn, so they just, they just made her a beast. Okay, Beelzebub takes advantage of long-reaching normal attacks and skills to safely intercept and pressure foes from a distance. While his long-range skills are easy to handle, it's hard to reap their rewards, so it's easy for Bub's damage to lag behind his opponent. We wanted Bub's adjustments to cover this point, rewarding him for actively going on the offensive. A major change is changing Unisonic's shared cooldown from Chaos Caliber and Langlian Field. Now you can immediately use H Chaos Caliber after a H unit's field for bigger damage potential. On the other hand, this will put the Invincibility Lang field on cooldown, so players need to use it judiciously. Wow, that's interesting. That's an interesting change. So it's like go for combo damage, lose your wake up. L Chaos Caliber's active frames on the first hit of the attack have been lowered, meaning it's now easier to chain into the second hit of the attack from a standing. The M version can now causes large knockback, meaning it'll be easier to maintain distance from the opponent. The U version now provides advantage on block and can more easily convert into a combo from mid-screen. The jumping L's hitbox has been expanded backwards, so if he jumps over a foe, it will still hit, giving him aerial options for launching an assault. Wow, he's got a better cross-up? Or a cross-up? I don't know if he had one before. I don't think so, but wow, he's got a cross-up. Anthem's grab range has been expanded, so it should be easier to incorporate into combos. Yeah, so just straight buffs. Straight buffs for the Bubs player. So he was annoying before, he's gonna be even more annoying now. Even more annoying now. Great. Oh god, this fella. Evo Champ. There he go. There he goes. There he is, the Evo Champ. Belial. Belial appears to have a standard set of skills at first, but he's capable of rattling the defense of any foe by using tricky moves. Although he doesn't have many adjustments as other characters this time around, we left his strong neutral game alone while increasing his chain options. Unlike the L and M versions, M version was lacking specific strengths, but now launches the foe on grounded hit. This allows for a chain in the corner against standing opponents. Although it's common to chain together H versions of Belial's skills to deal damage in the corner, now he can use the M version, creating a strong option for continuing corner combos. Wow. We made Belial able to move earlier when using the ultimate version. This means it's now possible to force a variety of advantageous situations, such as swapping locations or, on hit or continuing pressure on block. Wow. Osmodeus has a slow startup, so its most common use is part of an anti-air combo. If we reduced its startup or increased its advantage frames on block, then it would no longer be distinct from the other versions. Instead, we've adjusted the skill by increasing the follow-up window when using the grab portion of the move as an anti-air. This increases some of the new anti-air combo variations, and will allow follow-up options. Although the ultimate version advantage on block is strong, it's not so useful in combos as an ender, so we've extended its advantage frames on hit in order to highlight its usage as an Oki tool. To compensate, the guard crush from the first part of the attack is now gone. This is to prevent unblockable setups that could occur from other changes we've made during this bounce patch. The M version of Voss has been had many use cases, so we've adjusted its startup and whiff recovery. Finally, we reduced the U version so that it's now a great way to ambush the opponent. I mean, they said they didn't change it much, but that sounds like a lot to me. They're like, he doesn't have as many changes as other characters. I don't know, that sounds like a lot. I guess that's one of those things we'll just have to see in action. But yeah, that sounds like a lot. That sounds like a lot. We'll see. Avatar. Okay, his looks pretty short. We focused on fine-tuning unique properties of Avatar's powerful skills and making his projectiles easier to use. For Hob, we've sped up its startup and increased its stun duration on hit, while the charged version now has a long active duration. Projectile behavior and speed of destruction delusions has been adjusted, making it more of a threat in long-range combat. Pact changed chained into from an H skill now causes a wall bounce. Pact step now causes a ground bounce. Those changes further sharpen Belial's concept as a character, concept as a character capable of dishing out massive damage in return for HP. Additionally, we've tweaked tweaked the counter hit properties of Stolas so that they now deal the same damage as regular hits, as counter hits previously resulted in lower combo damage. Okay. So, I mean, yeah, that sounds pretty good. Again, the Avatar players will have to let me know. I'm not too sure how good that is for him. I mean, it sounds interesting. Sounds like he'll have some more tools in there, but it sounds pretty, like, pretty brief. I'm not sure. I mean, yeah, let me know on that one, Avatar players. I'm not sure about that one. Okay. Anila's Dash H and ultimate skills were strengthened in the last patch, so we've made further adjustments to her to try to make her more effective in neutral. Ramification was adjusted last time to make it easier to string into a combo, but some characters couldn't be reached by attacks after the follow-up, so we've reduced its pushback. Wow, that's crazy. H Fluffum now starts up faster and is a true block string rather than a triple attack. Wow. Ultimate Fluffum was relatively difficult to deal with. So the three sheep that appear, of the three sheep that appear, the sheep will now disappear one at a time after they've traveled a certain distance. This will reduce the pressure that can apply at a very long range, but at a close and mid range, the attribute should be the same. Oh, wow. Wow. So the ultimate sheep is just like it's not just completely locking you down now from full screen. That's how it worked. Like, she would do the ultimate sheep and all three sheep would start running at you and you were just screwed. It's like, well, here I am. It's like, well, time to deal with this. Elf, Flock to the Future. That's Totsugeki now travels faster. Wow, Totsugeki's faster. Make it possible to combo off the edge of a far-standing L. Wow, far L into Totsugeki. Wow. M and Beyond wasn't useful in many situations. As a follow-up, Flock to the Future due to its slow startup, so the projectile now travels further and causes wall bounce on hit. Holy cow. They're doing a lot of wall bounce on hit for mediums. H and Beyond now has faster startup and is now a true block string rather than a triple attack against crouching foes. Really. L and M, Over the Fence, that's the hop, now enters an aerial state sooner, reducing the time until the jumping attack can be used. Wow. She's going to be able to do her hop into an attack faster. M Over the Fence now travels further, making it possible to apply pressure from the mid-range. That sounds scary. The ultimate was, U was adjusted last time, but it was quite a bit weaker compared to other versions, considering it consumed SBA. So he adjusted its attributes to change into a striking high with tracking. Wow. Okay. So they took away her full screen sheep, but it sounds like they buffed everything else. Okay. Dang, she's gonna be a problem. Not that she's not already. Yeah, power dunk. Wow, yeah, that's crazy. Okay, dangerous sheep. Oh God, this fellow. Siegfried. Siegfried is a standard fighter with good reach and damage output, making his skills very easy to utilize. You can say that again. Many characters didn't have anything in their toolkit to deal with Nella Nav H, so we've made the projectile faster and its travel distance shorter, which should minimize its utility. Thank God. Oh my God. So him just doing H Fireball, run, you know, H Fireball, run, H Fireball, run. Cat could deal with it though, but H Fireball, run, it was just like, it got tiring. It was repetitive. He's such a repetitive character, you know, it's just like, you know what's coming. H Fireball, run behind it, like over and over. Whoa, I smacked my mic. I was imitating the motion. I smacked the hell out of my mic, my bad. On the on the flip side, we've also improved its frame advantage on block, making it more effective at close range and mid range. We expect this to significantly impact how Siegfried is played. We've also enhanced his lesser used skills. Okay, yeah, I'm down for that. Yeah, make Siegfried play different, because that was just like, leave that in the past. M Nella Nev now has a quicker startup, making it easier to use. To avoid it becoming as challenging to counter as the H version, we've decreased its projectile size. Oh, so you can like jump over it. Wow. L Verdragon now starts up sooner, can be followed up from a standing or crouching M. Despite having projectile invincibility and guaranteed hit cinematic, Schwarfangen was relatively low risk, so we've greatly increased its recovery on block. Hold that. The health consumption for Blood of the Dragon now has a lower limit, never going below 20% max health. It will proportionally fill the SBA gauge. The adjustment should make it easier to plan for a second SBA during a round, creating an interesting mix-up, the Schwarzfang and his SBA. Okay, so it seems like he's been reworked. So basically they don't want him to be so simplistic of just throw the fireball, go crazy, just over and over and over and over and over, you know? So it's like they want him to be, you know, more of a dynamic character than just that. But it seems like he can still throw it if you're like mid-range or you're kind of close, you're in the corner. But yeah, I agree. Grimnir. Okay, let's see if Zane is happy about this. Like all 5 Grimnir players out there. Grimnir is a mobile character who can utilize a wealth of movement options in combat. With these balance adjustments, we aim to enhance his overall usability by addressing some awkward aspects of his moveset, such as difficult to use pokes and close range skills, and to improve Gale Dash with input buffering and new on-hit features. Okay. Far-Sending H has been tweaked to balance other changes to his mid and long-range tools. While it may be harder for him to stuff an opponent's poke, it remains effective with proper spacing and timing, and is still useful for chaining his Deathrite Tempest from the second stage of the attack. Okay, so they made his H better. That's me. I'm Grimnir player number 5. The traveling speed and distance for the dash, M, and H have been improved, making it easier to land these attacks from the mid-range. We've adjusted Dancing Storm's approach to clarify when the projectile's trajectory can be altered. While the projectile is glowing pink, the trajectory can be changed. Wow, that's really interesting. Note that the trajectory is still alterable just after the pink fades, but this change enhances the move's smoothness and satisfaction. Enhanced satisfaction, by the way. We increased the M Dancing Storm's active frames for easier use. Similarly, Ultimate Dancing Storm was less practical than other ultimate skills, so we've reduced its startup and increased its projectile speed. To address the difficulty in determining whether all versions of Deathrite Tempest were landing or being blocked, we've adjusted all versions of the skill. The H version's disadvantage varied depending on whether its startup frames or active frames were blocked, so you standardized the disadvantage on block. Disadvantage on hit remains unchanged. Changes of the L version are consistent with the L version. Differentiate the M version, we've lowered its disadvantage, making it viable for stealing advantage in meaty situations. Wow. The ultimate version can be followed up from mid-screen, so we've reduced its pushback on block and made it easier to counter. Oh, okay, yeah, that move was crazy. That move was so, fellas would just fly at you and you couldn't do anything about it. H Windcrest was too powerful, overshadowing the L and M versions, so we've increased its cooldown time. The U version, we've increased its disadvantage on block and adjusted its hit stop, making it easier for opponents to counter after blocking it. That's fair. The mid-air version has also been given this disadvantage, but with increased knockback to maintain its utility and extending the window for follow-up attacks. Wow, okay, that all sounded extremely complicated. I'm not gonna lie to you, but it does sound like he's overall pretty heavily buffed. It sounds like he's just buffed and like easier to use at the same time. That's what I got out of that. Uh-oh, okay, chat, here we go. This is the one right here. This is the one. Get your magnifying glasses out. Get your magnifying glass out. Here we go. All right, so they've been handing out nerfs. They nerfed Lancelot in 6. What do you got for this one? Nier is a powerful character who can leverage her love redemption stock to press the advantage while taking offense against foes. However, there was little risk in spending love redemption. Bro, they got it, bro. They got it. That's what I was saying all throughout like the last couple of tournaments we were watching, is like, bro, her whole mechanic is so skewed because people just spend the hearts without caring about a goddamn thing. She's able to maintain her damage output and oppressive nature in most situations. After considering her strengths, we decided that simply reducing her offensive capabilities or making her lose Love's Redemption more easily would significantly increase her difficulty to use and diminish her strengths. Instead, we've rethought her mechanics as a whole with these adjustments. While keeping her ability to maintain a strong offense using Love Redemption, we've made it so that there's a clear distinction for when a foe can take their turn back. When Nier takes damage while Death is summoned, or when Death returns to her card, when a standing unique, for example, a gauge will be displayed in place of her Love Redemption stock. Really? This gauge would gradually fill, preventing Nier from performing any actions involving Death until fully replenished. The refill rate depends on how many Love Redemption stock she has. Upon being replenished, her Love Redemption stock will reset to 13. Wow. 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 Holy cows. Let me make sure I'm understanding this right. They designed a new UI feature that locks her. So now she has her own unique gauge that pops up that is a countdown to when she is allowed to do Nier. I mean, allowed to call Death. Holy cow. That's insane. Wow. I respect that. I respect that. Along with these changes, we've increased the cost of performing her skills and restricted Raging Strike and other actions while Death is unusable. Whoa! 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 She can't do Raging Strike while Death is down? Wow! Holy wow, dude. Oh my god. They took her, bro, they took her out behind the barn, bro. They took Nier out behind the barn. They got the shotgun and said, "Hey, Nier, come here real quick. I got something I gotta tell you. Come here real quick." Oh, man. Get shot, bro. With this change, she can now, well, hold on. Death will no longer return to her after using ultimate skills and will instead stay on screen. With this change, she can now command Death during her ultimate skills to buff her skills afterward. That's pretty good. Her standing and jumping now increases the refill rate of Love's Redemption gauge on hit, so players need to adopt new strategies to quickly turn the tide in battle if Death is unusable. Wow. Wow, man, that's crazy. Previously, we adjusted Misfortune so it couldn't be buffered into other skills. We have now reversed this adjustment, allowing it to be buffered into other skills again? What? No! Why would you do that? Having returned, all versions of Misfortune no longer have armor. Oh, okay. Oh, okay, that's fine. Bro, I was about to freak out. I was about to be like, brother in Christ. Brother, I was about to go on a whole tangent, dude. I was about to pop all the way off. Like, I thought they're gonna be like, oh, well, we nerfed Death so she can have the DP back. I was about to go crazy. World of Death and Love now has a permanent effect? Upon activation, Love's Redemption stock will be replenished at the cost of her health. This makes it a strong choice for going on the defensive and allows for more strategic decision between Clagan, the World of Death, and Love can. Wow, so her install is permanent? What the heck? I mean, nobody ever used it ever. Like, that install was so rare that I never even, somebody used it on me in a rank match that one time we were playing, and I forgot that it even existed. I was like, whoa, why is the sky purple? What's going on? And it's like, oh yeah, she has an install. That's insane. With these adjustments, we've changed Nier's ease of use rating from 2 stars to 1 star. Man, Yeah, that's crazy. Okay, I mean, hey man, all I can say is deserved. I'm sorry. Okay, Lucy, what's cooking with Lucy? As a character who excels when his blade level increases, we've made significant changes to help unlock Lucy's full potential. Designed to ramp up strength and over the course of battle, we've adjusted the rate at which blade level increases and enhanced the impact of reaching higher levels to align with the game's flow. That's fair. That's fair. We've boosted the attack power when reaching blade level 5. Bro, I don't even know if I've ever fought anyone that reached blade level 5. Nope, nobody even really does the blade levels that much when I fight them. They all just teleport. It now can perform follow-up attacks after landing M and H Siegried, each of which also increases blade level by 1 on hit. Wow. Combined with tweaks to orbital resonance and Iblis, these changes offer more opportunities to maintain the pace of the fight while elevating his blade level. Wow, so you can keep up your pressure and combo people while getting level ups. That's really good. Siegried is just lariat, damn. The reach of M Iblis has been extended, making it easier to connect from the tip of the far-standing M against opponents attempting to evade it. H Phosphorus has been upgraded to be faster and deal more damage, distinguishing it more clearly from the M version and allowing for follow-ups in the corner. Ultimate Phosphorus can now be activated even when the golden sword isn't presented, such as after using orbital resonance. We've also reduced the recovery time for orbital resonance to lower its risk while improving the post-hit scenarios with the L and M follow-ups, making it more effective in the mid-range. Crouching M is an effective counter poke, but its pushback made it difficult to follow up as a counter. We've reduced its pushback to improve its consistency. Its jumping U has been adjusted to offer greater rewards. With these changes, we've increased Lucy's ease of use rating from 3 to 4. Damn, okay. Yeah, it sounds like he just pretty much got buffed overall. It sounds like he's like more complete. Like, correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like ever since Lucy came out, he's been sort of an incomplete character. Like, I feel like his kit was a little funky. Like, it's almost like he was like the correct word is like failing me, but I think you guys get what I mean. Like, he just felt awkward. I think these changes are gonna bring him more in line with like had a stiff playstyle. Yeah, I think that's a simple way of saying what I'm trying to say. Yeah, he's basically really stiff. Gimmicky is the way I would describe it. Yeah, I think with these changes, he'll be more of the character that they wanted him to be. And I respect that. 2B, okay. Our beautiful guest character, what does she got? In our previous adjustments to B, we decreased the recovery speed of her special gauge. Now we've revisited her skills and made further adjustments in order to better suit her playstyle. Damn, now the 2B players can finally stop complaining, dude. I've had to hear about this as a Granblue content creator. I've had to hear about that damn gauge decrease over and over and over, bro. Like, people have just been complaining about that non-stop, but it's like, here you go. They're gonna buff all of her moves. There you go, bro. Jeez. What's going on, Gong? We're looking over these patch notes. Okay, the special gauge recovers faster both under normal conditions and while taking damage, so it also replenishes during skill actions, except for Pod A. Okay, well, there you go. Gauge recovers faster. There you go. They're under normal conditions. There you go. 2B's double jump, a unique advantage she has over the roster, will now consume gauge. Whoa there. Whoa, double jumping. I mean, double jumping is broken, but whoa, that's insane. Double jumping takes away gauge. Wow, that's wow. Additionally, grabbing pod while in midair will continuously deplete gauge until canceled. Wow. Okay. Wow. Okay, so they don't want you jumping and stalling. Okay. I mean, I respect it. Her various pod programs have been generally enhanced. A significant change to, okay, so a lot of characters' moves I don't know by name, but I damn sure don't know any of 2B's because they're all like crazy. A 150 volt now restores gauge when active and no longer disappears when 2B is blocks an attack. Okay, I do know that one. I saw that one on Twitter. That's the one where like that's Virgil's swords, like where those things like surround you and then zap you. So it's like now you can put that out and then like block, and if they start mashing, they'll just get zapped and die. It also activates automatically upon a successful throw. Yeah, that's crazy. The gauge consumption on our ultimate skills has also been reduced. Wow, that's good. So doing ultimate skills costs less gauge. That's a huge buff right there. Standing M attack, which was effective, which was as effective as a dash L for the characters, had its travel distance reduced. All right, I'm sorry 2B players, but I gotta clap on that one. I'm sorry. That standing medium was so toxic, bro. That was the most toxic button since Vegito 5M. I swear to God it was. I swear to God that was the most toxic button I've been on the other end of since Vegito 5M. That 5M of hers, like, ain't no way it should have been clipping you from that far, dude. Ain't no way. Just ain't no way. You're not sorry. I mean, hey man, hey. As a trade-off, her momentum during normal attacks performed in the later part of evasive maneuver has been increased, enhancing her mid to long range combo potential. I respect that. Self-destruct can now be triggered by pressing 4 buttons simultaneously, in addition to the previous 720 input. Moreover, it can be chained from the 3rd hit of the attack protocols and will now activate quickly enough to form a true combo. Oh, oh, they want people to do the lewd super. they want people to destroy the clothes. You know, no one does it. Like no one ever does it. It's like when the game came out, you know, people were joking about it, like, holy cow, you know, like, you know, you blow off her pants, but like no one's ever doing it. So I guess they want people to do it now so you can combo into it. With these adjustments, we've updated 2B's ease of use rating from 3 to 4. Man, that's funny. A lot of ease of use getting changed in this patch. That's pretty funny. But these changes sound pretty good. It sounds like she's overall a lot better. Sounds like overall she's a lot better. Vane, man, everybody said Vane sucks. I never really felt like he sucked though. But let's see what they got. Let's see what they're talking about. Vane is a character who is designed to apply pressure from mid to long range before taking a chance at big damage with an opening. He's able to aim for big damage by comboing off of arm destruction, but that came at the cost of him being weaker in neutral and also came with its own risks, making him an overall difficult character to play. The adjustments this time around are aimed at making his skills easier to work with and increasing the payoff for when he hits. Okay. Lane, yeah, I don't know if he's gonna be Lane anymore. This is a pretty big paragraph. Vane was lacking in mid-screen combo department. You can say that again. So he's now able to follow up H Arm of Destruction. That's really good. I think that's the DP. He can chain into a triple attack into it, allowing him to deal some damage mid-screen or use it as part of his toolkit. Oh, I think that's just the big slam. Yeah, it's just the big ass slam. M Wild Beast startup has been reduced so that it can now be chained into from M. Wow, that's really good. H Arm Destruction can similarly be chained into from far standing H. Wow, me and a friend were just trying to do that in the lab. You couldn't do it. That's funny. And the payoff for landing a poke has been greatly increased. Wow. Energy Destruction's biggest flaw was that it had very poor frame advantage despite having such a big swing. Oh, that's the giant swing, is Energy Destruction. So we've adjusted it to not be punishable on block, so it has greater reward on hit. However, whiff recovery is still extremely long, so its weak point continues to be dodges. Oh, okay. So you gotta dodge it. One for all. Usability has been improved to deal with projectiles and tracking. The unique version now travels faster. Originally, the skill was hard to use outside of corners or at close range, so we hope this will allow players to use it to follow up from a poke. Really? Lastly, we reevaluated Vane's ease of use, especially when compared to the rest of the cast, such as Lancelot. They're like, look, man, when you put this fella side by side with Lance, we got to take a star away. We changed his ease of use from 4 stars to 3. Damn. That's how easy Lancelot is. It's like, well, hold on a minute. This character definitely ain't no Lance. That's actually hilarious. Bea! Okay, let's see what Bea... Well, Bea, she had an emergency patch, and she's still new, so let's see. What did they do to her? Beatrix had quite a few adjustments in the version 1.4 update. So she has significantly fewer changes compared to the other characters I'm around. Beatrix didn't have too many skills to follow up a far-standing L, so the L in Brask's sword has been adjusted to add some variation to her toolkit. Foes that try to retreat from landing a M or H Thunderbird are now forced into a guard motion even if they're at a distance. Finally realized that Beatrix is much easier to play with compared to other characters. They changed her ease of use rating from 4 to 5. I mean, man, that's actually kind of insane. Not having Beatrix be a 5 from the get-go is pretty crazy. Like, she's probably one of the easiest characters to play that's ever been in the game. It's pretty crazy. But man, yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, Beatrix, I mean, she doesn't really need anything. She's fine. Oh, man. Okay, we made it through the whole list. Now it's time for the grand finale. We purposely skipped CAG. Okay, we read all those other paragraphs. We saved the best for last. Okay, here we go. Here we go. All right, I'm hoping I'm going to be happy. Okay, here we go. All right, I'm scared. Here we go. Although Cagliostro is a tricky character who excels at controlling space and limiting her opponent's movement options by setting traps and flinging rocks, we're making adjustments to give her an easier time confirming into combos, as well as improving some of her attacks with poor risk-reward investment. To compensate for these changes, we'll also be toning down some of her versatile air options given their current strength. Oh man, that sounds spooky. That sounds spooky. I'm nervous. First off, we've reduced the charge time of her unique action Collapse to better reflect the speed of the game. We've also increased Cagliostro's fall speed after she cancels a mid-air collapse, meaning she'll be less exposed as she makes a landing. Oh, that's tight. Okay, so both of those are tight because, yeah, it takes a long time to charge the level 5 rock. That's part of the other reason why I don't do it, because the game is so fast that, like, you hardly ever have time to sit there and charge. But, man, if you can get a knockdown to get a couple charges or jump and get a couple charges, that's nice. I like that. I like that. Let's see. Next, we've increased the launch height and mid-air hit stun of L and M Mihin. Oh, launch height of the trap went up, making them easier to follow up. Nice. This means it's possible to loop Mihin now. So we've made an adjustment to make it harder to continue comboing after the third Mihin in a combo. Oh, trap loops, bro. No way. That's godlike. As for mid-air ultimate Mihin, we initially made it so it applies the trap above the opponent, giving it a way to counter an opposing anti-air, but restricted the opponent's movements a bit too much in some cases. Now the trap is placed further away, so it'll be used as a poke or a surprise, or surprise an opponent from afar. Oh, wow. Wow, so the wow. Okay, I'm a bit conflicted on that because that was my go-to shimmy. That was my shimmy, as I would do jump, ultimate, trap. So that's gonna go further away now. So that's not gonna work as well for shimmy, but that is gonna be better in general for neutral. So that will be better overall in most instances. So I'll take that. Because the way it stands now, I'm gonna be honest, I never really felt like Ultimate Trap was, you know, that useful. You know what I mean? Like, I never really liked Ultimate Trap at neutral. It was just good in very specific situations, but that sounds really good. Medium Calculated's block stun was too long for a move used at mid-range, leaving Cagliostro at disadvantage afterwards, so we've lowered it. We've also increased the advantage on hit, meaning it should be easier to follow up now. Let's go! Medium Spike? Bro, that's so godlike, yes! Because whenever you do medium spike, it's like you're stuck, you know, like you can't move, and that's like one of her go-to pokes is medium spike. So it's like, damn, they reduced the recovery. Thank God, that's godlike. Uh-oh, this is the one I was afraid of. I was scared of this. Oh no, I'm scared to read it. I'm scared. Oh no. I'm scared, chat. Although ultimate spare body behaves differently on the ground and mid-air, it could be difficult to react to. As an invincible move that could lead in other strings, it provided too little risk for big rewards, so we've toned it down. I knew this was coming. The ground version will remain invincible on startup, but the post-attack warp will now place Cagliostro a few steps away from the opponent. We've also increased the recovery when blocked, making it riskier. For the mid-air version, we've made it so Cagliostro can continue attacking afterward, even on block, but we removed its invincibility, separating the usage cases for both the attacks. Bump, bump, ba-da. Wow. I knew it was coming, man. They were never gonna let us keep it. They were never gonna let us keep it. Yeah. It was fun while it lasted. It was fun while it lasted. I respect it. I respect it. It's fine. Like, part of me, I already knew it was coming. I mentally prepared myself. I knew it was coming. Yeah, it was coming. It was coming. It was coming. It was coming. Whoa. Okay. I'm happy. I'm happy. These CAG changes, it's like a mixed bag. She's gonna have to play differently. She's gonna have to play differently, but I think this is a much better character. I think this is a much better character. Like, I like what they said here. I like what they said. But man, that right there goes. That concludes my reaction to the patch notes, guys. Man, that was long. I'm gonna have to edit this down big time for YouTube, like. But like, man, yeah, what a fantastic patch. Holy cow. I really like how in-depth this was. I like how everybody had these deep breakdowns of like, hey, this is what we did, you know, like, this is it. This is what we did to each character, you know, like, and it's really in depth, like, of what their thought process was and everything. Like, this is amazing, man. This is amazing. And I also got to say, I absolutely love that this came out a few days before the patch itself. Not the day of, not the day after, you know, not like whenever. This is like 3 days before, you know? So it's like, this is amazing. I still feel like Granblue is like being the perfect example right now of how fighting games should be. Like, patch review out of 10, so far I mean, I don't want to be hyperbolic, but so far I would say this is a 10. I would have to give this a 10 just off the strength that this is about to be a new game, you know? This is about to be like this is like almost like a relaunch of a relaunch, you know what I mean? Like, every single character is about to play way different. The system mechanics are different. A new character's coming on top of that. This is crazy, man. This is crazy. Long story short, if you're not playing Granblue, start playing Granblue when this patch comes out, or start getting ready now. Get ready for the patch because it's coming.